Welcome to the Tuesday Show with CJ and Ted. This week we focus on pies, touch upon cars, and we're joined on the show by Amanda from Sombremoon.
So, is my mic on? Am I full volume?
Yeah.
Are you on full volume?
Yeah.
Are we good to go?
We're good to go.
We're good to go. Brilliant. It's episode number 10.
Woo!
It's finally here. We have been waiting for episode number 10, or more to the point, the listeners have been waiting for episode number 10 for a full 4 weeks.
Oh my God.
Could you possibly believe that?
I could, mainly because I was there.
Yeah. In fairness, that only makes us 3 weeks late because they would have to wait a week.
True.
That's how weeks work. So we are 3 weeks late.
Yep.
Which in some circles, that's something to worry about. But no, we are great with child, and our child is episode number 10 of the Tuesday Show.
I was just about to ask, is that a problem you're currently dealing with?
No. So, moving on. It's episode number 10. We are going to... Let's kick off with some music. What have we got?
So, track number one.
Track number one.
Track number one.
What should we listen to?
Number one is by a group called Shipper 63.
It's a group of guys, but the guys are all one guy.
It's a group, but it's all one person.
It's a group. It's all one person. It's a guy called Mark. He plays guitar. He does, keyboards, kazoo. I don't know. Whatever.
Didgeridoo?
He very possibly. Thai kangaroo dance ball. Too soon. So, so he is from Australia.
Can you tell what it is yet?
Yeah, he's from Australia.
Okay.
He calls himself.
He's a one-man band.
He's a one-man band. Shipper 63.
Mm-hmm.
This track is called
There and Back.
There and Back. Brackets again. Close brackets.
Okay, here we go.
Let's listen to it.
I'm neither here nor there. Can't seem to see round the hypocrisy and the narrow-minded conversations. You promise fantasy, but all you ever give to me is flattery. No, you're never truly honest with your talk. The castles in the sky. I've often left just asking why you need when your plans have always been about you. What do you want from me? Why can't you say just where is our destination? You drive me up the wall with all your talk and all your promises. You take us there and back again. I won't just compromise. Can't hide behind your lies. You've lost your voice, and we have a choice. So we're done with you. What do you want from me? Why can't you say just where is our destination? Deception and corruption leaves my life with interruptions. Can't abide with confrontations, only leading to frustration and groundless communication of your cruel and harsh intentions. I require intervention for a constant irritation from you.
on back brackets again, close brackets. By
Open parentheses. Again, close parentheses.
by Shipper 63. Shipper 63. That's Mark from Oz. Not the first time we played an Australian band. We are truly international.
International heroes.
International.
Tuesday show is there. I just ripped off G.I. Joe theme.
Was it? Okay.
Yeah.
I thought I thought you were going with like Captain Scarlet, but that's something completely different.
Captain
Scarlet. Dun, 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 dun.
He's a super pie man
He
who
dresses in red.
knows his cottage from his shepherds. I don't know. Anyway, thank you, Shipper 63.
Yeah, well done.
Yeah.
And we've got another track from Shipper 63
Yep.
to play us out later on the show.
More from him later.
So,
Did you know it's National Pie Day ages ago? Like, it was like well over a month ago. It was like National Pie Day or International Pie Day or something.
hey, keep it current.
Yeah.
Would you have currants in a pie? Would you
I dunno.
Would you mix fruit and savoury in a pie?
I don't really know.
I've been eating fruit and nut.
Okay.
I had some fruit and nut the other day, and I had it on the passenger seat. And I went round the corner, fruit and nut everywhere. That's just an aside.
Okay. Is it still there though? That's the question.
Oh yeah, there's nuts in the footwell. There's raisins in the you know, probably wedged inside the door card.
Yeah. Oh well. I don't know. Have I ever mixed sweet? You wouldn't mix sweet and savoury in a pie.
I tell you what, something that we haven't actually covered
Yeah.
before. Something that I had a taste of the other day. What? I don't know why that's
I'll
funny.
say you started laughing at that one. I don't know why that's funny.
I tell you what I had the other day. Something that's, well, actually it comes by two different names. But it's bugs on a log.
Bugs
Or
on a log.
Bumps on a log, depending on whereabouts you come from.
Is that like snakes on a plane?
It is. Do you know what? That's so funny because that's almost exactly what I said at one stage. No, bumps on a log. This was given to me by a Canadian. Bumps on a log.
I bet it was.
Is what's that stuff called?
Poutine.
No. Celery.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Okay,
yeah.
so it's a bit of celery, which obviously creates a bit of a channel.
Yeah, so it's
You know what,
it's U-shaped, yeah. So you
Listeners,
can
if you don't know what celery looks like, then
go get in the sea. Running theme for the show, just go get in the sea.
Get in the sea.
Yeah.
What am I talking about? Oh yeah, celery.
Yeah, bugs on a log.
Bugs on a log. That's it. Celery filled the channel of the celery filled with peanut butter, with raisins dotted along.
You lost me at raisins. I love celery. I love peanut butter.
Yeah.
I don't mind raisins, but I'd rather not mix them with peanut butter.
What would you have instead? What would your bugs or bumps be?
The peanuts.
You see, I was a little bit. I wasn't sure because it was crunchy rather than smooth. I think
As it should be.
No, I think it should have been smooth for that. Because I think if you've got crunchy peanut butter, then there's just too much going on.
Too much crunch.
There's too much going on. Yeah, that's right.
Oh, I'll tell you what though.
I want the contrasting crunch of the celery and the smoothness of the peanut butter and the fruitiness
Of the raisins.
of the raisins.
Tell you what I might try though. I might do something similar, but instead of peanut butter, I might put in like cashew butter. I'm a big fan of cashew nuts.
Is there such a thing?
Oh yeah.
Is there?
Oh yeah. Have you never had cashew? Oh my god, mate, you are missing out.
I think we should stop recording. This is a life-changing moment. Are you seriously? There's a cashew butter.
Yeah, cashew nut butter. Yeah.
Cashew nut butter.
Yeah.
This is awesome.
Let me. I'm gonna bring up my supermarket app so I can show you. But I was just thinking. So crunchy celery, smooth cashew butter,
Yeah.
and then just poked in the top actual cashew nuts, or maybe even almonds. I think that would work quite well.
Yeah. See, I don't. Yeah, I think you're losing the contrast.
I don't care about the.
You're losing the fruit. What if you had grapes?
There you go. It's Tesco 100% smooth
banana.
cashew butter, 170 grams, £2.80.
Well, there you go.
There you go.
Okay.
Or £3 for a named brand which I've never heard of.
Okay.
So
Yeah, no, that's interesting.
I love cashews and cashew butter's really good.
Right. I'm very much going to look into that.
Almond butter.
Is that a thing?
Mm-hmm.
Wow. There's a whole
This is a whole new world for you, my friend.
A whole new world
Yeah.
of nut butters. So there we go. Bugs on a log, and
At least it's not nut milk. You can buy nut milk as well.
Can you?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, because you can get all sorts of weird milk for the fussy
The vegans.
can't you? Yeah. So you were telling me about pies. It's Pie Day. When's Pie Day? We missed it.
International Pie at 14th of March.
14th of March. 14th of March.
Yeah.
This right. Yeah. I know something else about the 14th of March.
Do you know?
Do I? I do.
Do you ever?
I do indeed.
Go on.
It is. It's not Pie Day, basically.
Okay, what is it then?
Yeah. It's not Pie Day, because Pie Day would involve us having at least 14 months in the year, which we don't.
Okay, that's true. That's true. The Americans have, thanks America.
The Americans have cocked it up.
Yeah.
You can't have what's it? Well, okay. So the basis of that is it's 3.14.
Yeah.
Which would put the month before the day.
Yeah.
And you can't do that. That's like putting the horse before the cart.
It is.
Stop it, Americans.
Has anyone actually done that? Put a horse before a cart?
Presumably.
Or a cart before... No, surely it'd be a cart before a horse, yeah.
Always the horse.
I was going to say, a horse is always before the cart. What am I talking about?
You're getting your horses and cars mixed up there. Did I ever tell you that when I was younger, we had a milkman with a horse and cart?
I vaguely remember you saying something about this.
Yeah. The horse was always at the front.
Was it?
Yeah.
Sure it wasn't the milkman pulling the cart and the horse delivering the milk?
Oh, yeah, could have been.
Yeah, because this is some crazy topsy-turvy world we live in. Equal rights and all that,
I demand to be the milkman today.
Exactly.
But you're a horse. So what were we saying? We're saying that, no, it's not really Pie Day, but I tell you what isn't pie.
Go
on. 14.3.
Well, that's true.
Yeah, 14.3 is not pie
No.
in any way, shape or form.
No.
So it's pie as in PI,
Yeah.
is what you're saying.
Yeah.
So nothing to do with PIE, pie.
Well, speaking of PIE,
Oh, yeah, pie.
actual pie,
Yeah.
not pie.
Pronounced pie.
Yeah.
As opposed to PI, which is pronounced pie.
Pie. Pie or poi?
Pie.
Poi.
All right. All right, boy, you want some pie? Do you want some pie? That reminds me of some other kind of pie you can get, but go on.
Okay. So, where was I going? Oh, yeah.
Where were you going?
Shepherd's pie, right?
Oh, yes.
Dish, minced lamb, mashed potato on top.
Indeed.
How is that a pie? I always thought a pie was short crust pastry, filling, puff pastry on the top.
Okay, so pies can come in all sorts of different shapes and sizes.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, not massive sizes, because they've got to go in the oven.
And in my stomach.
There is a limit. Although, I bet there's a massive pie. I wonder what the biggest pie in the world was.
I'm on it.
Yeah.
You're
on it. You're on the pie. You're not
I'm-
on finding out the information.
Correct.
You're going to be on that pie like a what's your phrase?
Cheap suit.
Oh, yeah.
I guess it's all over him it's all over it like a cheap suit.
All over it like a cheap
I'm
suit.
all over it like a cheap suit.
All over a big pie like a cheap suit.
Yeah. What is the biggest?
What's the biggest pie ever in the world?
Ever made?
Oh, I know what will happen. It'll be like, oh, what's the biggest pie? And then some wag will have on Google, oh, the biggest pie is 3.14, blah, 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 recurring.
Fortunately, it hasn't come up with that.
Oh, good.
On September 25th, so you know it's American straight away.
Oh, dear.
On September 25th, 2010,
That's not how it works.
they baked a 3,699 pound pumpkin pumpkin pie, far surpassing.
What is wrong with them?
Prior record.
What is wrong with them?
Pumpkin pie sucks.
No, hang on. I've got something else to argue about now.
Go on.
You can't have that many pounds. Start introducing stone, then I'll have an understanding of what you're talking about. How many pounds?
It's 3,699.
That's not even a number. That's just ridiculous.
Okay.
If you express that in stone and pounds, I'll understand.
Okay. So let's go for a jet engine. How do you measure thrust out of a jet engine?
I don't.
Okay.
Do I look like a...
But it's measured in pounds. It's not measured in stone. It's measured in pounds. So what's the difference?
I don't know, but I don't work at Lockheed Martin. This is not my problem.
£3,699. I'll work it out for you if you like.
Yeah, if you like, yeah. Divided by 16 plus 3 miles equals 16.3.
3,699 divided by
077 Cathedral City.
it's 264 stone. That's about how much I weigh.
You see that? Yeah, it is. But now I can visualise that. Now I can understand what that means.
Right. See, I work just in pounds. I don't really
I
do
can think,
stone.
okay, how many CJs is that?
Thanks,
I'm thinking
Steve.
a room of 5.
Thanks, buddy. You're amazing.
Only joking.
Grumble. No, you're not really.
I know. But pies, yeah. So shepherd's pie, obviously with lamb.
Yeah.
Cottage pie, obviously with
Beef.
cottages.
Beef.
With beef. It's a different kind of pie, but it is legitimately a pie. What isn't legitimately a pie on any level is a puff. A
puff.
No, what isn't what what isn't a pie?
I was like, a puff definitely isn't a pie. I can tell you that for a fact.
Can you?
No, a puff's one of those things you put your feet on when you're sat on the sofa.
All right. So, no, that's a poof. That is a poof. That is definitely a poof.
Pouffe.
It's
We used to call it
pouffe.
We used to call it a pouffe. Would
Pouffe.
Yeah, pouffe. Just go sit on the pouffe. I guess we were trying to be more upper class than we actually were.
Poofy.
The pouffe. The pouffe.
Go sit on the poofy.
The pouffe.
Yes.
You mean the pouffe? Yeah. Pouffe.
Take a plate. We'll have a buffet later. What are we saying?
Puff pastry.
Puff pastry. No, yeah. I'll tell you what a pie isn't. A bit of puff pastry stuck on top of a casserole.
That's true.
That is not a pie.
It's not a pie.
That's an insult.
It's more like a pouffe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You laughed last time. Right. Listen. I'll tell you what's not a pie.
Go on.
It's a bit of puff pastry on top of a casserole. That's not a pie. It's an insult.
It is an insult.
Wait your turn, then laugh.
Damn
I'll
it.
tell you what's not a pie.
How many times are we doing this?
I'll tell you what's not a pie.
What's not a pie?
A bit of puff pastry on top of a casserole. That's an insult.
What? One more time?
One more time. Okay.
No, let's not do that one more time.
I'll tell you what's not a pie. 14.3. I'll tell you what's not a pie.
What's not a pie?
A bit of puff paste. Hey, CJ.
Hey.
CJ.
Hey.
I'll tell you what's not a pie.
A Ritz cracker.
What? Hey.
Hey.
So I'll tell you what's not a pie.
What's
a bit of puff pastry on a. I was taking in a bit of beard then.
Nice.
No change there then. So, okay, are we ready?
Thought you used to hair in your mouth. Actually, no, that kind of comment's null and void now. That's
70s.
It's gone the way of the dodo.
Indeed. I'll tell you what's not a pie.
But are we really doing this again?
We are really doing this again. We're gonna get it right.
We got it right.
We haven't got it right. We haven't. Right. I'll tell you what's not a pie.
What's not a pie?
How far away are you? Come back.
I'm just chilling. I'm chilling out.
Hey, CJ.
Hey.
Come over here and I'll tell you what's not a pie.
Yep.
Hey.
Hey.
I'll tell you what's not a pie.
What's not a pie? Because I also just farted and it stinks.
Oh dear. That's not a pie. That's not a pie.
Definitely not a
That's
pie.
Definitely not a pie.
Definitely got a lot of filling though.
I'll tell you what's not a pie.
What's not a pie?
Oh, it was still reverberating at the desk, not your fart.
I think the fart's still reverberating as well. Oops, excuse me.
Oh, this is getting nasty.
Yeah.
I'm glad I'm still by the window.
You won't be in a minute when it wafts your way to go out of the window.
Do you know what I'd quite like? You to be near a window as well.
Go.
I'll tell you what's not a pie.
What's not a pie?
A bit of puff pastry on top of a casserole. That is not a pie.
No.
That's an insult.
It is an insult.
It is.
Don't insult my stomach.
Don't insult other pies.
Or other pies, for that matter. Yeah, they have feelings too.
Other pies. Hey,
Pies.
which reminds me. I tell you what is a pie.
What is a pie or isn't?
No, I'll tell you what is a pie.
Okay, what
I'll
is
tell
a
you
pie?
What is a pie? What is a pie is a proper pie it's encased in pastry,
Yes.
or alternatively something, as we've discussed, a cottage pie, shepherd's pie, because this is a different type of pie, or a fish pie, which is the
Yeah.
same principle. You've got potato on the top, but you've got the fish on the inside.
Yeah, I guess so.
Or talking of fish pie,
Mm.
have you? There's a place in Cornwall called Mousel,
Yes.
and there's a pie there that has fish heads sticking out of it. That's a fish pie, and that's also a pie. And I
But
think
that's pastry as well, isn't it?
yeah, that is pastry.
Is that an encased pastry pie, or is that a dish with pastry on top?
No, that'll be encased.
That's neat. That's a fully
Yeah, because
encased
that'll be
pie.
what's that? What kind of pastry is that called?
Short crust.
Short crust pastry. Yeah, that's what a pie is.
So a pie is encased in short crust pastry
Yeah, basically.
with puff pastry lid.
Yeah.
So then why is shepherd's
No, not puff pastry, but you can have a short crust.
or a a pastry lid?
Yeah.
So why
With or without fish head sticking out, and that is called a stargazy pie.
stargazy pie?
Stargazy pie. And yeah, it's something to do with fishing.
Okay.
Yep.
Well, I guess Mousel is like a fishing town, isn't it? So makes sense.
Yeah, that's right.
So yeah, spelt mouse hole,
Mouse hole.
but pronounced Mousel.
Yeah.
Cool. There you go. Every day's a school day, ladies and gentlemen. I'm still struggling with this whole mashed
What are you
potato
gonna say
thing.
now? So, what's an apple pie?
What is an apple pie?
So, Ted, what's a mince pie?
I'll tell you what's not a pie.
What?
An apple pie you buy from McDonald's.
Yeah.
Well, it's not a pie.
Well, it's not a pie. It's more of a pasty, isn't it?
Exactly. It's more like a
Something that's not a pie.
more like a turnover or a strudel.
I'll tell you
or
what's
something.
not a pie and doesn't need to be a pie and stands alone as its own entity.
Go on.
A pudding.
Yeah.
Steak and kidney pudding.
Oh, I remember those. Used to come in the little tins,
Yep.
and you'd open it up and throw it in the microwave or whatever.
Yeah. You have to squeeze it out.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, you do.
Yeah.
What were they called?
Goblins.
Goblin pie.
Goblin-
Goblin puddings.
Goblin
yeah.
pudding. Yeah.
I used to love those when I was a kid.
Yeah.
They were great.
Do you know what? A goblin pudding is more of a pie than 14.3.
True. True enough. Yeah. Anyway.
Anyway, so we've why are we talking about pie?
I don't know.
I don't know.
No idea.
Oh yes, I remember now. You went to Aberdeen,
Oh, yeah.
and
I did go to Aberdeen.
I bet did you have any pie in Aberdeen?
I'll tell you what I did have in Aberdeen, actually. I had a haggis, neeps and tatties pie.
Did you?
I
Pie-
did.
in a pie?
Yeah, so short crust
This
pastry.
is getting awesome. So the last time you went to Scotland, or one of the last times you went to Scotland, you had haggis in a burger.
Yes.
And now you're telling us that you had haggis in a pie.
Yeah. It was
Wow.
just a little pie,
Yeah.
haggis, and then a Swede and mash mixture as the lid. I'm not entirely sure it classifies as a pie, because it was encased in pastry, but had a mashed potato lid.
Oh, so it was pastry.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. It was very, well, I say it was very tasty. It wasn't, actually. It wasn't that good. I think it's because it was cold. It needed heating up.
It was cold.
Yeah, just a cold
okay.
pie from like, it's like a farm shop thing.
Oh, right.
T-Bay Services, I think, on the M6. I think.
Right, okay.
I might be wrong on that one.
Okay.
But yeah, it was quite nice. But I think it needed to be heated up, and it would have been really good. Apart from that,
you can't beat a bit of hot pie.
I do like some hot pie. I do like me some hot pie. Anyway. Yeah.
Cheese pie.
Cheese and tater pie. Oh my god. But that, again, I wouldn't call that a pie. That's literally a absolute crap ton of mash mixed with grated cheese. An absolute crap ton of grated cheese. Just all mixed together and then chucked in the oven. But it is good. But you've got to get the cheese to potato ratio right. I found a recipe once and I tried to make it and there was nowhere near enough cheese. I couldn't taste the cheese.
Yeah. Would you like a Ritz cracker?
No, I'm alright, thank you. So honestly, I'm still kind of full from lunch. What did I hear the other day
I don't know.
on the TV? Oh, that's right, the Welsh from microwave. You know what the Welsh call a microwave?
I think I do. It's something like pingy pong or something.
Popty ping.
Popty ping.
Popty ping. Because there is no Welsh word for it. They just call it popty ping.
Popty ping.
That's brilliant.
Yeah.
It's
so,
like...
So that's come... Yeah, so the microwave came along after the Welsh language was made up by a few Welsh people, just to be...
By a few Welsh people. Who just decided to tip out a Scrabble board, the letters from a Scrabble box all over a table and make up some words.
Yeah. Yeah. At the same time, it was, what should we call this? Oh, I don't know. Oh, I got something stuck in my throat. Hang on. Yeah, I got that. Yeah, I've written it down here.
What should we call this? Yep, oh, I got that. Yeah. Next. Yeah, popty ping. That just reminds me of when I was learning German in school. And the German for mobile phone is handy. Das handy.
Das handy.
Yeah, you just like...
Yeah.
You know, they can't think of any other word for mobile phone, so they just call it a handy.
Handy.
Yeah.
Ah. Popty ping.
Popty ping.
Popty ping. It's better than their word for slow. Araf.
Araf.
Yes. This language was designed by Welsh dogs.
Yeah. Araf. 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 Araf.
All right, Fido. All right, Fido. Fido. I'm not going to try and do Welsh again.
Fido.
Please drive a rough in Pontypandy.
Whilst transporting your popty ping.
Transporting a popty ping.
Popty ping.
Popty ping.
Yeah, I don't remember what I was watching in it. I must have been in a hotel or something and caught, some TV show. And somebody said, they're like, do you know what the word was? I thought I couldn't believe it. I was like, really? Are you sure? Popty ping.
Interesting that they didn't go with microwave.
I thought they could have just called it
They
microwave.
could have just called it a microwave.
Yeah, they could have just called it microwave.
But oh no. Yes again.
What do they call a games console? A mashy buttony?
This is a good point, though. I mean, how many things have come along after the creation of the language?
Mm. But it begs the question.
I suppose there's going to be a word for games, and there's going to be a word for not necessarily console, but
yeah, I don't know. But it begs the question, and it's something I've thought about a lot. Is where do words come from anyway? Why is a table called a table?
Well, I don't know. We should find out.
But at some point, somebody has just made up the word table. We'll call that a table. We'll call that a chair. Well,
yeah, but they all come from something, don't they? So it might be I don't know. I don't know. I don't know the etymology of the word table. But we could find out. We could.
But even if that word comes from something else, the something else that it comes from.
I agree that
was also made up at some point.
I agree that eventually you're going to get to the point where there's a word, other than
ugh,
which even ugh. Why not ag? Or,
yeah, exactly.
Or burr.
Duh.
Or
I think that word still exists in some people's world.
Yeah. Or
Coo.
Yeah.
Yes.
Aruga.
I wonder if that's why Aruba is called Aruba. Because
So anyway, animals make noises. So maybe we started out listening to the animals and just copying them.
Is that where cars came from? So they were looking at this thing they invented with 4 wheels, and there was a crow. There's a crow sat in a tree. They go, car. There we go. That's now called a car.
I thought you were going to say a car goes past, and there's a badger there, and goes, yeah, Peugeot.
Oh. BMW.
Thanks, Hedgehog.
It's a 3 Series, that one. How do you know that? Well, it says 3 Series on the back. Duh. Yeah, maybe that's what it was. We've invented this thing with 4 wheels. What do we call it?
What do we call it? Bringing out the animals.
Crow in the background. Car. Yep, car. Thank you very much. There's a badger on the floor. Lorry. Yeah, we'll call that a lorry then.
Lorry, I like that, yeah.
I don't know why a badger, but
No.
a beaver comes out. Motorbike.
Do you find that lorry has now been a little bit superseded by the word truck?
Yes.
I don't like this. I think that's.
No?
I think this is coming through the back door. Whilst we're all worrying about what should be a movie and what should be a film, what should be a cookie, what should be a biscuit,
Yeah.
we've ended up being
What should be a day and what should be a month?
yes, all of that.
Mhm.
Whilst we're talking about that, all pretty obvious answers to those questions.
Yeah.
They've snuck in truck.
Yeah. The truck has snuck in the back door.
there's truckers are snuck in the back door. And we lose the lorry.
But truck is shorter than lorry. Syllable wise. It's easier to say truck than it is lorry. But you also get truck because you've got pickup. Because you've got pickup trucks. It's not a pickup lorry, it's a pickup truck.
Yeah, but like movie, that's 2 syllables. Film is 1.
Yeah.
So it doesn't work.
Okay, so that
Otherwise,
analogy doesn't
we
work.
will evolve the language, and then to the point where we just go ugh again.
And so we're back to
Oh, until some crow comes on at that car.
car. That's all we say. And car.
Car. Tree.
Yeah. Anyway, it's clearly then just the Americanization of our language. We don't talk the same way we did 50 years ago.
We don't.
It's just the natural evolution of the language.
Yes. Or evolution.
Or evolution.
Or revolution. It's a revolution.
So replacing lorry with truck, film with movie. It's just it's what becomes common.
Series with box set.
Yeah, it's what just becomes common practice. You know, and what becomes the more dominant or more frequently used word. You know, so there you go.
That's not actually true, though, is it? Because if it was the most dominant word, then it would be something in Chinese. Ooh.
You know, that's why I changed it to most used.
Most used. Moving on. What are you doing? Are you just about to use the phone for some reason?
Me?
Yes.
No. Why?
Oh, are we not? Are we not going to try and speak to a guest?
I think we
on
should.
The show today?
Actually, yes, we need to do that.
That would be a really good idea. Let's listen to Blurred Reality,
Yeah.
Nature of Wise remix, and then after that, let's speak to Amanda from Sombremoon.
I think we will.
Okay. And that was Sombremoon with Blurred Reality, and that was the Nature of Wires, a remix. And we've got the vocalist from Blurred Reality and from Sombremoon here with us over the phone, and it is Amanda. Hello, Amanda.
Hi there, Ted and TJ.
Hi, you are live, recorded-ish. Please do not swear.
Amanda Rogers, you are half of
Double Gloucester.
Double Gloucester, yes, you're one of the two Double Gloucesters, but you're also part of Sombremoon. Tell us a little bit about Sombremoon.
Okay, so we kind of moved in the same circles in 2014 and ended up meeting at some gigs early in 2014, and then sort of thought of doing some work together. And Steve sent across some songs, and then kind of an idea. And then by the October 2014, we had Recovery came out, so that went to SoundCloud. And it was really, really well received, actually. We were quite shocked. And because we have very, very kind, talented synth friends, kind of on Twitter and Facebook, we had about 4 or 5, I think it was 5 remixes by some very clever people. So that they're all still up on SoundCloud, which is why we kind of, on the latest EP, added 2017 Recovery in, because it's been mastered by very kind friend Gary from Nature of Wires.
We've played that. We've played Blurred Reality and another few bits and pieces. Of course, Steve, you mentioned that Steve Loxley, who is also Dark Star 73.
That's right, Darkest Star 73, DS73.
May as well mention it now. You're on Twitter and you're is it Just Amanda 1? At Just Amanda 1?
Yes, yeah.
So what were you doing before you met up with Steve?
I kind of did a few collaborations, really, but I'm sure Steve was the first one, and then in the gap when life got a bit busy between sort of 2015 to now, we always intended to do more songs together, but just life went a bit mental, really. So like with work, you know how it goes sometimes, and kind of had the ideas there, one of which eventually turned into Hereafter. So which is the most recent single. So I've done things with quite a few people, really. I just can't, they're all on the tip of my tongue, but they kind of look like little fillers, because we always thought that we'd end up doing some more work together. So,
and what is your day job? What do you do in between writing music for Sombremoon?
Actually working the NHS in a minor injuries unit.
Oh, okay.
Kind of A&E. It's quite exciting. And that's just the last few months. So, it fits in really well with coming home and ferreting away and writing lyrics and recording and thinking, I want to get home, and whatever shift I'm on, I can always fit it in. So, it's good.
Also, shift work, I imagine, allows for a lot of creativity. If you don't start till later on in the afternoon, you've got all morning to kind of sit there and ponder music and play around with tunes and see what you come out with. So, okay.
I'm a bit of an early bird, so I don't mind getting up early and coming back early, and then.
Oh God, we're gonna have a falling out. We're gonna fall out, I think.
But also, it works the other way too, because I've kind of burnt it at both ends. So.
Cool.
What's your process then for lyrics and for the music?
I get sent an idea from Steve, and then I just work at it, and if I get a little bit stuck, sometimes I might send it back, and there might be a few things that he might need to add in, but usually it's just all me. Like Blurred Reality, I think it was all me. So and Hereafter was I think it was a bit of both, but it's really exciting, because I didn't think I could ever write songs, and I really liked English at school, but I was just like, how did we do this? I didn't even know that we could make it so good. It's amazing. I really think it's amazing, even if everyone else doesn't. I have had song words come to me in the middle of the night, and I've had to scribble them quick and go back to sleep. So
I'll tell you what, I do exactly the same when it comes to writing notes for this show. Something will just pop into my head, and I'm like, quick, get my phone out and quickly write it before I forget it.
You write notes?
Yeah, all the voice recorders. The voice recorders on the iPhone are so handy for. I've even had little things come in my head when I'm driving, and I've had to kind of just press the button. Because I might have the track from Steve, and I'm kind of like, oh my God, and it just comes to you, so you've just got to go with it and then get it before you forget, because you could be going to work or the shops and you've forgotten by the time you come back.
Exactly, yeah.
So you have to do it there and then,
Thank God for mobile devices where you can quickly jot it down or whatever, I mean, I'll be totally honest with you. I mean, we've heard a few versions of Blurred Reality. I know we've spoken about that particular track on its own, but certainly this Nature of Wise remix it's my favourite one. And I don't know what it is about it. It's got such a good vibe to it, and all credit to you and Steve and Gary for producing it. It's such a great track. I mean, I'd love to see it go wider than it is at the minute. Yeah.
You've been really good to us, thank you guys. You've played so many of our tracks, well, all of them so far, I think.
Well, we like listening to
I
them.
say we like listening to this. If we didn't like it, we wouldn't play it. It's as simple as that, really. So, no,
You're partial to double Gloucester then.
absolutely, yeah.
Yeah, we got the Dark Star Tuesday, of course.
Oh, Tuesday,
I don't know
which
why
we
that.
use for our sweeper, yeah.
I don't know why the name of that escaped me. Yeah, I got Tuesday, which we've used as a sweeper jingle type thing. That's for the show.
Sweeper jingle thing that we throw in, and I really like that track as well.
Yeah. Is there
It's
a
brilliant, that one, yeah.
Have we got a version of that going around with any lyrics at all?
No, not at the moment, but you never know.
Well, that'd be a project worth doing.
There was a few that come into my head once, but it was kind of like we kind of got busy and so left it blank. In some ways, sometimes it's nice to leave it as it is, but then you never know. In the future, we might never know.
I've just thought of a challenge though, Ted, for Amanda and Steve, and that is
I think I'm probably ahead of you here.
Yeah, I say, and it's either to take Tuesday and put some lyrics to it just for our show, and give us our own jingle, which isn't something that I threw together on GarageBand, or to write us a brand new song completely, which we can use as a jingle.
Wow, yeah.
What do you say, Amanda? I know I've kind of put you on the spot there a little bit.
No, that'll be fun. Yeah, we'll do that for you, no problem.
Excellent.
Lovely.
That's a binding contract.
Yep, absolutely. so something nice and upbeat, so I can send you some inspiration.
Okay. Oh yeah.
Ding 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 ding.
Quack quack. Ding.
Quack quack. Anyway,
Yeah.
there's no quacking in
Oh, you
that.
guys are so funny.
You're the only person that thinks so.
You are the only listener.
Yeah, you're the only person that thinks we're funny.
Yeah.
Which is great.
In fact, you can come on the show every week and say that you think we're funny.
Keep saying that you're funny.
Yeah.
Oh, funny then.
I'll tell you what, though, if you ever find yourself in Northamptonshire, you'll have to come along just for a live recording with us.
Yeah, absolutely.
I think we'll have an absolute blast.
Yeah.
Okay. Right.
Amanda's thinking, never going to happen.
No!
You're going to say that.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Sure, Steve can come up with something brilliant. He's super at synth, isn't he? So
He is really
I'm
good,
sure
yeah.
he's brilliant.
You know, as much credit has to go to you. You said you did most of Blurred Reality, so... Yeah,
Yeah, but I can't do the tunes, can I? Be nothing without Steve. I'm just
Be some very nice lyrics. That's what it would be. And yeah, so what's cooking next? What's the next thing to come out?
There's something cooking already this week. So the last few nights I've been doing the latest track. So I've been working on. I think I can say what it is now, but not everyone's going to heir it, are they?
That's true. Our one
Prayer.
listener will be very pleased.
That's probably me. when I wake up to write lyrics in the middle of the night and I flick it on and then hear about the double Gloucester cheese.
See, I was going to be self-deprecating about the show and say that the actual other listener is probably going to be Steve, but no, we've reduced it further than that. Actually, even Steve's not listening.
Yeah.
The only person listening is actually a guest on the show.
Yeah,
That's great.
Just Amanda, and here she is. So you're not going to listen to this episode because you're on it.
That's it, I might cringe, yeah.
Oh dear.
So, yes, what have we got coming then?
So I've been working on Prayer the last few nights, but that's in the pipeline. That should be out in May, because we've kind of gotten a little routine now. So where we did Blurred Reality the 15th of October, we always aim to we released the Fused remix, and then it was heading for the EP for February, which was mid-February, did Hereafter. So we kind of work, while Mark Kendrick, who's Fused, is working on the remix, we tend to be ferreting away doing the next track, and then so hopefully the next one will be the single, and we'll attach to that will be some amazing Fused remixes, which we've just heard the last few days. Actually, I've heard a 12-inch version of Hereafter, and a remix of Hereafter by him. He doesn't do things by halves, he kind of does 2 or 3, so
Right,
oh my goodness, and it sounds amazing. It just kind of adds to our sound, really. He hasn't taken away from it, he kind of enhances it. So he's created it, and he just lets us have a little sneaky listen tonight and last night. So it's really exciting when you get that sent back to you and you just blast it out in your kitchen or whatever.
Yeah, we're gonna have to send it to us once it is mastered, and we'll happily put it on the show for you.
Yeah, thank you.
So no pressure, but the next couple of weeks will be great. So.
Well, from
And
the sounds
sing
of
the
it,
theme tune bit for the Oyster Show.
yes, yeah, we'll have that as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, we need that by season 2, really, don't
Yeah.
we?
So there's lots of music out there. There's lots of remixers. You've got a lot of work going on with your, let's call them collaborators, really, the guys that are remixing and doing some great stuff with you. Obviously, we've got SoundCloud. We know that that's there, and we know that we can listen to a lot on SoundCloud. Where else can we hear yourself and Steve's music?
Well, we're both still on SoundCloud separately. Unfortunately, we haven't got a somber one yet. But so DS73 is on his own SoundCloud still with his work, sort of, and including the recovery track we did together and all the remixes, and also on mine on Just Amanda. I'm not sure if it's Just Amanda or Just Amanda One SoundCloud. And then because we're independent, we went through and had it put on Spotify and mainly, I think Bandcamp's more popular, but Apple and iTunes, all the usual online stores. I can't remember all them. Deezer, and just mainly everywhere. Anywhere you type it in, it will come up. And Amazon as well. I forgot that's the main ones, isn't it?
Yeah.
So everywhere, really.
I've just done a search on Apple Music, and you appear on there, which is great.
iTunes and Apple, yeah.
So I'm now going to add all of your songs onto. Oh no, I've got a low battery. Never mind. No, I'm gonna add all of your music onto my phone as soon as I find a charger.
And this is a big message for our listeners. We get a lot of new music, and I think it's important that people actually go out and buy the music, download it through the usual channels, so that eventually something actually goes back to the artist. Exactly the same for Sombremoon.
Yep.
If you're listening and you like what you're hearing that we're playing, then get to iTunes, Apple Music, and pick it up.
Spotify. Are you on Google Play?
Google Play, Google too, and also on Bandcamp. You can even buy a Somber T-shirt, but I'm sure we can send you one.
Oh, that'll be nice. I think what are we? Triple XL? We are not thin people.
Both wear one together, and then you can double the promo.
Thank you for that.
Here we are. So here we are, listeners. We're getting bants from Amanda.
Did not expect that to come about. That's something else.
It's your fault because of the double Gloucester.
All right, okay, I'll take that. All right.
It was a cheesy joke.
Hey.
No, I like it.
Oh dear. So loads of stuff coming up. I genuinely hope everything kind of falls into place for you. I mean, have you got any kind of aspirations for the future? Do you want to go out gigging yourself?
I think we'd like to try, yeah. We were so astounded lately because we actually got offered 2 gigs, and because we haven't got enough fit material yet, we just don't feel we've got enough for a set yet. So we're going to have to, and I'm sure we're going to try. Just lovely to be kind of offered it, and you just think, whoa, is this really? I can't believe that since October. I mean, we were really known on Twitter anyway with Recovery in 2014, but on the SoundCloud, but we didn't sell that. We just gave it away. So, all those remixes are still up there. With some of them are like chill out, and some of them really disco-y, and just people like Cloak and Step Deck, which is foreign technology on Twitter. Yeah. Who else was it? They were just so brilliant to us doing it. So people have to have listened to the SoundClouds too. They like what we do.
We need you to start gigging, and then we can come to the gigs.
People are so encouraging; it kind of makes you want to try it. So
everybody's in the same boat, or they've been in that boat. Yeah, and it didn't sink.
Exactly, the boat is still afloat.
Analogy,
total analogy. We like it.
Yeah.
Watch out for the iceberg, though.
You are not the Titanic. Don't worry about that. Yeah, so we can come and actually see you. That'll be.
And wear the somber T-shirts. Yeah.
Hell yeah! Okay. We'll be at the front like screaming teenagers. Woo!
But I'm quite shy. Well, I don't know. I was told I was shy as a child, but I always wanted to do some recording, and I just can't believe that I got the chance to do it, and it's just amazing.
Oh, fantastic!
The next step will be having to do it live. Oh, yeah.
Have you performed live at all before?
Never, ever. Only in a school play.
Really? It's like me too. You're okay.
Yeah. What were you in a school play, CJ?
Cinderella, clearly.
I think I was an angel. I don't think I even had a speaking part.
And now you sing like an angel.
Oh,
yeah. I saw what you did there.
My mum likes it.
And that's what's important. Keep your mum happy.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, yeah. Get some more tracks out. Get the gig sorted, and yeah, we'll definitely come and see you. And
Oh, thanks. That's really encouraging. But we get so excited when on a phone app when you actually get a little notification, it comes up for Bandcamp and it goes ka-ching, and we're like, oh, exciting! So it's just so sad, aren't we? We just get so excited because obviously the first time we've ever sold our music and it went really well, and it's still going well, and we're like, oh, to pinch ourselves sometimes.
nice.
Well, it's going well because the music's great.
Well, that's it. It's only testament to how good your music actually is. You know, if it was rubbish, people wouldn't listen to it or buy it.
Well, no. So you've got lots of people that have remixed your work as well.
Do you want me to?
Do you want to shout out some of those?
Okay, so on Hereafter EP, we've got the Judas Matrix, who used to be an Analog Angel, and they were all together till a couple of years ago. We used to really like them as well, and follow them before we, bought Somber. But he's on his own now. He's the Judas Matrix. That's John Brown. So he did the Judas Matrix kindly for us, and we've got Day Sound Mix on the Hereafter EP as well, and that's actually Day Clifford, who produces. He does tunes with Neil Francis. He's a lovely guy who did that Singing on the Tube. That's well known for that on YouTube.
Okay.
For doing Erasure songs. Okay. He's also a DJ as well, and also got Gary from Nature of Wires, who produces our work and mastered the Recovery track on Hereafter. That's the Blurred Reality remixes, those last ones. And our friend Mark Hendrick, who's Fused on Twitter, Fused Official on Twitter, he did another brilliant remix, a longer one this time, longer than the 12 minutes, called Der Dutch, which I think was a kind of throw to Erasure.
I mean, what a great way to have your original music loved so much that somebody wants to remix it.
I know, we're just humbled really, because so many DJs say they want to play it again and again, and it's unbelievable. Like, a couple of them are good friends anyway, but it's just when you think we only got these songs together and did them, released one in October and one in February, and all these remixes, and friends are so kind to us, we just couldn't have thanked them enough, really.
Yeah. Well, hopefully it's just going to go from strength to strength, and you'll continue to write, and people will continue to pick it up and deliver their remixes, and DJs will play it on the air and all that kind of stuff, and it'll just keep going up and up from here.
We're going to keep playing your stuff as well.
Yeah, so the more stuff you churn out, the more we're going to play it. So
we'll pay you in t-shirts. We'll send you a Somber t-shirt.
Oh, there we go. I'm looking on the Sombremoon Facebook page right now, and I can see we got the t-shirts there.
Ooh,
yeah.
Can
you see that? Can you see that?
Yeah, I see. Yeah. That's all right, isn't it?
Yeah. And we got you putting.
Sorry, I sound really surprised just then. That's all right, isn't it? As if I was expecting something rubbish.
And we got you putting down some vocals as well.
Ah.
Oh, it's all going on. It's all going on.
It's all going off on Facebook.
Yeah.
It's all going on. And stop looking at Facebook, or else you'll be there forever. You'll end up looking at cat videos.
Yeah. That's what it's there for, isn't it? We need to get the Tuesday show.
We do, yeah. Hats with our faces on it.
Yes. Yeah, and it's kind of it's a hat lottery. So what you do is you all you do is you buy a hat, and then you don't know whether you're going to get my face or your face,
or just the logo.
No, it's either face. So you might, if you're a bit of a CJ person and you put in for a hat, you pay your money, you get your hat, and it's I've got a Ted hat.
How do you know which one's which though? Which one of you's got the beard?
We both
Give
got
us
beards.
a clue.
Yeah, we both got beards at the moment.
Ted's the one with the greyer hair out of the two of us. I've got a few poking through on my beard.
Yours is mostly ginger, so he's more the ginger.
I'm a ginger ninja.
Yeah, I've got the more distinguished look.
Distinguished meaning old. Wise, learned look.
Yes, that's right. Experience and wisdom. I have demonstrated zero wisdom.
Well, I was going to say, as you've demonstrated time and time again on the Tuesday show, your ultimate wisdom.
Moving on.
Moving on. Should we wrap this up?
We'll wrap
I'm
this up.
sure Amanda's got
yes,
much better things to do than sit here and chat to us all night.
We are a drain both on your time and goodwill, Amanda. And
No, it's fine.
And phone battery.
And phone battery. And thank you again so much for coming on the show. Hey, talking of music.
Yeah, speaking of,
we have another Sombremoon track coming up. What have we got?
The next one that we've got is Hereafter.
So, Amanda, tell us a little bit about Hereafter before we go into that.
Okay, so Hereafter is about relationships, and I guess so was Blurred Reality, but it kind of follows on from that, and it's kind of about being in a bad relationship and wanting to get out, and kind of, that.
Okay.
It's kind of that thing, wanting to move on type of thing, yeah. And if you listen carefully to the bit where it goes, it almost sounds like move on, some in places, which is kind of the... I liked that, because that's kind of like a thing.
Subliminal messaging.
A bit like a Yazoo thing, where it kind of, I've forgotten which song it is, but there is a song called Move On, isn't there? Yeah, I think.
Okay, let's move on and listen to the song.
Well, here it is then. Hereafter by Sombremoon. And play.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you for having me. I mean, no, that sounds wrong. Thank you for inviting me. That sounds wrong too. No, thank you for. No, you better say something like that. You can make gold up.
Do you know what? Thank you for having me is one of those things where every time you just think, you can't say that, but you can. I mean, it's like.
Yet you used to say it to your grandma, and like you'd be forced to say it after you.
Yeah, that's right.
You're around your grandma's for dinner on a Sunday or something.
Yeah.
No, it sounds so wrong.
Yeah.
Should we do? Let's just finish.
We'll just do that. Hey, Amanda, thank you so much for being on.
Oh, can I just say a really big thank you to you both, to Ted and CJ for inviting me to come and talk out Sombremoon and what we're up to at the moment. Really appreciated. Thank you.
No problem at all.
Thank you very much for coming on. Appreciate it.
Yeah.
Standing on the outside, looking from the inside, taking on
darken my days with the words that you say. And Amanda certainly didn't darken our days with the words that she had to say.
She did not.
Indeed. It was lovely to talk to her.
It was indeed. What a cracking conversation.
Yeah, indeed. And great music.
Yeah, as always.
Yeah, we really, really are looking forward to that new track that she was talking about.
Yeah, hurry up. Sort that out.
Sort that out, and also sort out some of those lovely offers of jingles from Sombremoon,
Yes.
from the Sombremoon duo. That would be great if
Yeah.
you and Steve could get to grips with that as soon as possible, please.
So to be fair, we do need to send them some lyric ideas first,
Yeah, listen to the Tuesday show. It is really great.
It starts Ted and CJ, and
Listen to it, mate.
yeah.
Hey.
I was going to say, and on them you cannot hate. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
So that works too.
Yeah, that works.
Well, there you go, Amanda. Straight away you've got some lyrics. Go.
On your marks.
Set.
Get set.
Bang.
Bang.
So yeah,
I
I was looking at cars the other day for no other reason than I thought
Yeah.
I want to look at cars.
Yeah.
Car. And I've decided if I ever have to go out and buy a new car,
Yep.
I want to go to either one extreme or the other. I either want like a Ford Ranger,
Yeah, or a bicycle.
a massive pickup truck that guzzles fuel, will cost a fortune in tax, cost a fortune to insure.
Yeah. Sounds good.
It does. It sounds very appealing. Or I go for a smart car.
Oh.
Because I was looking at a smart car the other day as well, and I just
Yeah.
thought, it is pretty smart. Because it's not like I need a big car anymore.
Yeah, it's more smart than it is a car. Let's face it.
True.
I mean, it's more of a. It's like riding a tandem, but not a tandem, like
Yeah.
side by side. What would you call that? A side by side.
Side by side.
Side by side.
However, but you are right. It's not really a car.
No.
Anything that you can drive into the back of a short wheelbase van, is not a car.
Yeah, this is true. Actually, is a smart car? Now here we go. I think a smart car might actually be smaller than a golf buggy.
I think you're right.
If it's smaller than the golf buggy, it's not a car.
No, it's a buggy.
Talking which, there's the reason why you can't have a smart car. Where are you going to put your golf clubs? I know you don't have a putter because you ran it over
With a smart car. With a golf buggy.
with a
Yeah.
golf buggy. But your remaining clubs, where are they?
But
going
the
to go?
boot is big enough to put a set of nothing else but a set of golf clubs in.
Do you think?
Yeah.
Do you think?
Boot isn't huge, so like I said, I won't be able to put anything else in there.
So you couldn't put a golf trolley in there.
Nope.
You couldn't put any kind of waterproof clothing.
No, can't put my shoes in there.
Any balls.
No, can't get my balls in the smart car.
Your shoes. Your hat. One of your collection of hats.
One of my with many hats.
One of your 5950.
5950.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're learning the lingo.
I'm
You
learning
still don't know what it means, but
I'm
you're learning the lingo.
I'm learning the baseball cap lingo. Yeah.
Yeah, I definitely won't be able to fit my balls into a smart car.
Do you know what I don't like about smart cars? Is when people park them horizontally.
You mean perpendicular to the curb?
Yeah.
But that was the whole point of the design, was that it was small enough that you could do that.
Is it?
It's not legal, but you can do it.
Yeah, I know, but I'm sure it's probably still longer than it is broad.
No.
Is it not?
Ooh.
It's just a bit,
I'm sure I've been somewhere, probably in London, where I've literally just seen a row of smart cars where they're all parked perpendicular
and I've seen
to
it in
the
Oxford
curb.
as well, where they're parked like that, and I just think, oh, come on.
You just look at them and just go, get in the sea.
Yeah.
Stop being so bloody pretentious.
Yeah, you probably buy lentils as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, we know.
You drink herbal tea. No, you don't even do that. You drink skinny soy lattes. That's what you do. That's what you drink. Double decaf as well, I'm guessing.
Double decaf. Double decaf. That'd be a great name, wouldn't it? Double decaf.
Double decaf.
Double decaf and her sassy friend, Tasty Beverage. The crime-fighting duo.
Yes.
I ain't have no crime on my watch. If it wasn't for you pesky kids.
And your dumb dog.
Your dumb dog. Dumb dog.
And your dumb dog.
Oh,
You dirty
we're
dog.
we're on to Scooby-Doo.
Scooby-Dooby-Doo, what are
We love you.
There's a guy I subscribe
Why was
to.
it that Scooby-Doo couldn't string a sentence together, yet Scrappy, perfect English?
Yeah, but he was also a maniac.
Scrappy.
Yeah, let's be fair. He was a bit
He was-
egocentric.
Yeah, he wasn't exactly risk averse, was he?
Yeah.
Let me at him.
Let me at him. I'll splat him.
Crazy dog.
Yeah.
Mad
But
pup.
speaking of which,
Yeah.
there's a guy I subscribe to on YouTube who
Yeah.
does like metal covers of songs or of like
Oh, right,
movie
okay.
themes and
See, I was imagining some sort of,
Things like that.
he had a I don't know, like
metal box.
Yeah. I was imagining, I'm thinking, it's going to be this guy with an angle grinder,
No.
and he's welding stuff.
no. The only
Okay,
thing,
so
the only thing
he
he's
does
got
metal music genre covers of.
TV and movie themes,
That sounds really good.
including
Yeah.
Scooby Doo.
Okay,
And I heard Scooby Doo the other day, and it's really good.
yeah,
His latest one is Superman.
yeah.
Dun, 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 dun. He's done that, and it's so good.
When was the last time you saw a real one, not
A real Superman.
no. No, I'm talking about the films. Okay, but I'm talking about the proper films like
The Christopher Reeve
Superman and
ones.
yeah.
A couple of years ago.
Really?
Yeah,
Gosh,
so
okay.
I did a bit of a marathon before Man of Steel came out.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I also included in that marathon Superman Returns.
Do you see?
Um,
I don't know.
That was from
I think
2004, I want to say.
See, I stopped. Anything to do with Superman ended for me when the one where there's the three baddies and they end up floating away on a piece of glass.
Oh,
You know
that's,
what I'm talking
that's
about.
Superman 2. No, see, they float away in a piece of glass at the start of the first one.
Do they?
Yeah,
Oh.
because they're sent to the Phantom
Oh no,
Zone.
they come back and
They come back.
and it smashes or something.
Yeah, that's the second one.
Yeah, and they turn up and they're pretty nasty to people
Yes.
on Earth.
Yeah,
And
that's
then
General Zod and crew.
Superman turns up and sorts them out.
Yeah,
He's
the man.
He's the man.
Superman's the man.
He's yeah, he was quite good at that kind of superhero stuff.
I like Superman.
Yeah, I also managed to hold down a job as a journalist as well.
Yeah,
I mean that's
yeah. Oh, yeah.
yeah.
Of course he did.
I mean, considering the hours he'd probably work in the paper
But it was
and saving the world.
But it was ideal for him, though, wasn't it? So he could be in a job where it required him to be in dangerous places.
Yeah, he'd always get the scoop.
Yeah, so he'd always get the scoop, even though nobody knew he was Superman. Yeah, even though, to be fair, if you looked at him, you'd be like, "Yeah, you're Superman." But I can't be. I'm wearing glasses and I have a slightly different haircut. Yeah, I think you're Superman, mate.
Yeah, he was a little bit Superman-esque.
Yeah,
I think Lois Lane. It wasn't Lois.
Yeah.
Lois Lane. I think Lois Lane might have been a little dense.
maybe. To be fair, they all were. Let's be honest. They all were. Could you imagine though? I mean, like, so let's say because you don't wear glasses very often, so you turn up to work.
Sorry, who said that?
So, yeah. So you turn up to work
Oh, yeah,
suddenly with glasses and a slightly different hairstyle
Yeah,
and a funny outfit,
yeah.
and people just look at you and go, "Yeah, it's still you. We know it's you." You'd be like, "No, I'm Super Ted." You know.
It's like it.
But yeah, it just wouldn't work really.
Yeah.
Yeah, at least with Batman, he covers his face, most of his face.
Yeah, that's true.
Bum, ba-da-bum.
I'm almost tempted to watch Superman again, but then I just. But it might be no good. But I remember bits of it. It's like when he came down originally, and he lifted the car. Do you remember
Yes.
him lifting the car? Why
Yeah.
did he lift the car? Is that how it all started?
That's how it'll start.
He
Because
sort of turned-
he just
turned up-
landed.
Yeah.
The old folks found him. They
Yeah.
got a punctured tyre, so he lifted the car up.
Yeah. And they became his adopted parents.
Yeah. And they never told anybody that their kid had superpowers.
No. You wouldn't, would you?
No. I like it. It's a lovely premise.
Yeah.
But it's that thing when Man of Steel. I don't know if you've seen Man of Steel.
I've not seen Man of Steel.
So Man of Steel is obviously exactly the same story, just with modern day twists on it, and brought a bit more up to date.
Yeah.
And answer and actually tries to answer questions like, why didn't his adoptive parents just hand him over to the government?
Yeah.
Because let's be honest, you found a kid crashed in an alien spacecraft, I'd be like, I'm phoning the fuzz, and then come and deal with it.
Yeah, but I mean, I think what you're looking at there is, I'm just surmising, but I would imagine, they were getting on a bit,
Yeah.
And maybe they spent a very happy life together,
Yeah.
but never had the opportunity.
I think part of the story was they always wanted kids but
Yeah.
couldn't, or
Yeah.
or just never, like you say, never had the
Yeah,
opportunity.
yeah,
But it answers a lot of questions as to why they didn't just hand them over to the government,
Yeah.
and why Superman turned out to be the type of character that he is.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously for the good of mankind and all that kind of stuff. And
That's interesting. So that could have shaped his outlook. He could have been a
He could have turned into a really bad person.
Yeah.
But his adoptive dad,
Mm-hmm.
who coincidentally was also Robin Hood,
Okay.
and his real dad from Krypton was also Robin Hood
Oh,
in Man of Steel. Yeah.
really?
So, yeah, both the actors that play his dads,
Yeah,
but also
yeah.
both played Robin Hood at some point.
Okay.
Anyway, it's a fun fact for you.
Well,
hey,
fun fact.
but yeah, it goes through and it does things like
I know it tied him out of it, but there was a lot going on in those films, and there were several films, but we all kind of know that if he flies fast enough around the world, time goes backwards.
correct.
So you'd think he would do that more.
Yeah,
Then there'd be less. It wouldn't. All the problems wouldn't be so intricate.
but there's also a lot of that. Again, the story is his alien dad was always you shouldn't really try to interfere with human affairs. You're there just to help people
Really?
out. Yeah,
Okay.
you're there to guide them through, not change what they're doing.
Yeah.
Not physically go in and force change things. You're there to guide and be the light for them and all that.
What was
kind of stuff.
Superman the Second Coming?
I think that's pretty much where the story was going.
Mm.
Was it was supposed to be the personification of the Second Coming. So anyway, that was quite a deep conversation.
It was,
for us.
and it was also a film review in a way.
Yeah, there you go.
Well, there we go.
Superman film
Yeah,
review done.
Yeah. A little after the nick of time.
Yeah, should we
That's Superman for you.
I'll get a copy of the music and we can just put a little snippet in before and after that.
No, we can sing it just as easily. We should get capes. We should get capes.
Yeah, we should.
Yeah, we should have the Tuesday show capes.
Hang on, did you say capes or cakes?
Do you know what?
'Cause now I want
I'm
cake.
gonna go with both.
Yeah, because now I want cake.
We're gonna have not not all heroes eat cake.
True. Not all heroes wear cake
No,
or eat capes. I don't know where I'm going with this.
eat capers.
Yeah.
Yeah, anchovies.
Yeah.
Anyway, so do you know what? Should we have some music?
Yeah, let's just
Right.
have another song.
Do you know what I'm going to do?
Finish up.
Yeah, we'll have another song. We'll finish up. We'll have a bit of a wash-up session. See what went wrong.
Yeah.
Let's listen to.
Oh, sorry.
No need to
listeners.
apologise. I was still talking.
That's all right. It's my sensitive trackpad. I'm sorry. Doesn't like it when you press it too hard.
So let's listen to "Hard Driven" by Shipper 63.
Sure.
was the long-awaited episode number 10 of The Tuesday Show.
And as always, you can follow us on Twitter at Tuesday_podcast, on Facebook at The Tuesday Show Podcast, and on Instagram at The Tuesday Show. Don't forget to email us on cjandted@thetuesdayshow.co.uk. You can follow Ted on Instagram, Twitter and Facebook by searching for @TedJamesMedia, and myself by searching at CJ Brooks FM. I'm CJ Brooks, he's Ted James. We're finally done.
Until next Tuesday, goodbye.
Bye.